Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am MrsDesireeNicole if you are new here. So today's video, I'm just gonna showcase myself basically setting up my very first vegetable garden in my backyard. I bought 2 raised garden beds and yeah, I'm excited. Spring is here. I got some fresh veggies and herbs and things growing back there. So I'm just gonna showcase the process of me doing that. I'm very much a novice when it comes to gardening. My skill level is very minimal. Before we moved into a house with actual backyard, we lived in a townhome and all we had was a back porch. And so I grew like tomatoes and things like that out of a pot, but that's as far as my gardening skill goes. I actually, because springtime is here, I was like, I want to try to make my own raised garden bed. So that is what I'm doing in this video. By no means is it perfect whatsoever, but I love it, I'm proud of it, and my veggies are thriving right now, and I can't wait to see them flourish in the near future. So if you want to see me set up a little portion of my backyard dedicated to my garden, just keep watching and watch how I take my garden from this to this. So yeah guys, and we'll just get right into the video. All right, you guys, so we're just gonna start off here with me putting together my garden beds. I decided to get raised garden beds, and I got them from Home Depot. They were actually on sale for $99. So yeah, I ended up getting 2 for that price, and it was a really good deal because if you know, it is not cheap trying to start a vegetable garden, okay? Like, it's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, so here I am just putting together my garden beds, and yeah, I put them together inside of my house just because at the time I think the weather wasn't all that great and I just wanted to go ahead and get it done. But yeah, you guys, this is by Best Choice Products, and this garden bed was so freaking adorable, and it came with a tarp and everything that you needed to go inside of it. So this was the plot in my backyard, and as you can see, it is a hot mess. Okay, so I went ahead and cleared everything out of the way. I wanted to make this little patch here in my backyard for my garden just because it was closest to the porch and I could see it from my the eating kitchen area, and you know, I just like to raise my blinds up and look at my garden every day. And look, your girl was over it, okay? I was so tired and so hot on this day. Who knew it was such hard work trying to, you know, pull up sod? I don't know, but I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, it was a lot of work, and I definitely had to take a few Epsom salt baths during this process. I did end up finding some earthworms, which were really cool. I didn't want to kill them or anything. I put them to the side because I knew that I wanted to have a compost in my garden and I wanted to have worms. So I put the ones that I did find, I put them to the side. So after the grass, majority of the grass was pulled up and everything was flat as it could be, I went ahead and got a weed tarp and I just laid that down because I am putting gravel down here and pavers. And as you can see, I'm just trying to figure out which way I want to set my garden beds up. Originally, I had them like this, but then I noticed that the first one there with the marigolds in it, it was not getting as much sun as I would like. So I ended up changing it and rearranging, which you'll see at the end. This here with the PVC pipes, I ended up making like a little protective cage over my garden bed. And this is simply because our backyard is not all the way fenced in. We have a lot of wildlife. We have a lot of deer that like to come and eat up everything, and squirrels and all type of pests and things. So I decided to make this little DIY PVC pipe cage for my garden beds, and I made one with bird netting, which I do not recommend this because look at it, it gets tangled super easily. So one I made with this, and then I ended up going back to Home Depot and I ended up getting like a chicken fencing or poultry fencing or something like that, which was a lot easier to work with, and I just zip tied those to the PVC pipe. So I would highly recommend that if you do not have a fenced-in backyard such as myself, or you have a lot of pests, raccoons or squirrels or something like that likes to get into your veggies. So now that we have everything set up, I want to go ahead and actually start planting, which is the most fun part about gardening, right? So with the tarp, I just went ahead and taped the sides. Just made it easier for it to hold up while I put like the soil and the compost in. I did use a cow manure compost. It was something I got from Home Depot. And I just mixed that around with the vegetable organic soil that I used. And here you see me go ahead and planting. I did a lot of research on which vegetables and herbs would best like complement each other, or companion planting as they call it. So in this particular bed, I went ahead and planted some of the starter plants that I got from Home Depot, and then I did like 2 rows of seeds. So that's what you see me doing here. And y'all, I have never really had a garden before, because in our previous home, we never had a yard. We lived in a townhome, and the most I grew were like tomatoes and things like that in pots, which I guess is okay. But this, you know, planting in a bed is a whole nother level, and it takes a lot of work. After I planted everything, I made a little hole in each section of the bed. And I made this specifically for my worms and my compost. And I got 2 baskets from Dollar Tree that had holes in them so that the worms could easily move around. I just cut up a lot of cardboard, wet that down, and then I got worms from, I believe it was Uncle Jim's Worm Farm or something like that. And I put the worms in there, and then the compost that I had been saving, I just put all that on top. And then I covered it up with soil. So I did make a mistake with my compost, because I think I put an orange peel in there, and then when I went back and did research, it said something about worms don't like citrus or something like that, and it could kill them off. But they've been thriving, so I guess they're doing okay for now. But yeah, y'all, look at my little worms. They're so cute. So I divided the bag up equally between both beds. And yeah, so they move around throughout the garden and do their thing and provide lots of nutrients for my plants, which I'm so grateful for. So yeah, like once every 2 weeks, I plan on taking the scraps from my compost and just throwing it in there, covering up with some dirt, and then they just do their thing. So this is the end result of my first beginner garden setup, and I'll put names of everything that I planted here. And as you can see, it's been about 2 weeks, and look at my seedlings to the right there. They're already sprouting so nice. The spinach is in the back, the oregano is in the front, and look how much they've grown already. My strawberries are already producing little baby strawberries. My cabbage is flourishing. My cucumber and my kale, I'm not gonna lie, they're hurting a little bit. I don't know what's going on with that. I have to do some research. But yeah, my onions are sprouting. My bell pepper is doing amazing. If you like videos like this, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.